no.
Just kidding.
LA is great to live in, but I feel like I'd like a place where you can like walk like more. I feel like America has a lot of weird situations where everything's like a car. It's like a car country. Have to drive everywhere. For the most part, like I've been to Boston, I fucking rode their subway. Went to New York, done the same thing. But
that's true.
A lot of it is like very car centric. But I feel like other countries are very like foot traffic kind of deal.
No, I agree. I do like going for a good walk, but like, can you imagine living super far away from like all your friends? It's like one of those catch-22 situations where like because all your friends live here, you live here.
Oh. There was a period of time where OTV and some of their friends were going to go to Vegas, and we were just like, do not, like, you can go there, but you're going to regret it. Do not go there. And even nowadays, like, OTV split up. Okay, we have this house where we're filming the podcast, but a lot of us are in, like, different small households. And even now we're like, okay, like, I'm moving closer to some people, and I'm paying premium for that just so geographically I can walk to their place, or I'm, like, physically close to them, so to make the chances that we hang out like 1% more.
Oh, that's sick.
I'm willing to do that because like who the fuck gives a shit about the other stuff? Like I'd rather like we're at the point where like it's better to be closer to friends for sure.
No, yeah, that's super huge. No, I'm glad you value that. Like I think I'm already a hermit and I don't really go outside. Like this is like one of the few times that I like leave my house to do something, and I love it. But like if I was to live far away, if I went to Texas, people go there for like tax purposes, so you make like 10% more money essentially. Or Vegas, kind of similar reasons. Properties like very cheap. Then
Ryan always tries to get us out there. Ryan Higa, it's so funny.
Because
like,
he lives there.
Yeah, he's like my favorite person in Vegas. I don't know who else in Vegas. I just ruined a lot of people right there.
Damn.
But he's always like, I have my personal architect. We can build you the house right next to mine. I'm just like,
that's crazy. He's trying to like annex you, like fucking.
He's like the main draw to go to Vegas. I'm not gonna lie, like he's such a cool guy, and like his house is beautiful. And it's funny because he's got the room, and he's like a very unassuming person. He's one of like the most like down to earth people ever. But he has a room where you walk in, and he's like, oh yeah, those are my YouTube plaques. And you just walk past, and he has the OG YouTube plaques. Before they were made with real metal and very heavy. So if you try to take them, they're like 20 pounds each.
That's
he has
insane.
like 4 of them or something, and I'm like, oh.
He doesn't hang them because they'll break the wall.
Wow, dude! Imagine if you like try to burgle his house and you're like, damn, what are these fucking plaques? And like they're just too heavy, you can't take them out. That's crazy. I would love to see it actually.
Oh, we actually had this plan that we were gonna do that we never did, which I think would have been hilarious. But so we originally had A proposed to Wendy at Ryan's place, okay, and we were gonna be like, okay, so every time we go back to Ryan's place, we have to have someone propose. So whenever we go to Vegas, all the girls start getting tense. There's like, who is it this time?
Yeah, that's actually hilarious. Like, make it a tradition. Jesus.
Oh, but
I'm actually really glad that Ryan turned out to be a really cool guy. I feel like everyone knew about him when we were kids.
Yes.
Grew up. Everyone knew about his channel, and then. I don't know, like, I hadn't heard of him for probably 10 years, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't really keep up, but then he kind of just started popping in recently, and usually, when I hear about people that were famous from my childhood, they're like drug addicts, or they turned out to be like crazy or assholes or something, but I guess he turned out to be really nice. I barely talked to him, but...
It's crazy because, like, he could have chose more popular routes. So he had the option to stream on Twitch or YouTube, and he decided to stream on Twitch. He had one day on YouTube, had... insane numbers, and he was like, nah, I'm good, and went back to Twitch because it was just like his chill thing, you know. For the most part, like he went from like getting burned out by YouTube videos, I think, and then ended up like back on Twitch, and I think that he really enjoys it because he's like a super gamer at heart, honestly. Like, the guy plays so many games.
That is crazy.
But he has like a normal schedule. He wakes up, he streams like 8 to 5, 8 to 3, and just dips. He's done.
Wow.
His whole day, he just does whatever.
I mean, you say like 8 to 5 is like, I mean, most people would say, yeah, that's a 9-hour job, and you're just a grinder, dude. That's all I have to say. You're just a grinder. You have so many hours as a streamer. It's not fair.
Can I say this? Okay. So I told people I signed the Twitch contract like this year. Essentially, I play ads off of it. All right? I also have.
Why are you looking at me?
Can I say this? I got the I feel like, Okay, I have to say that
Don't be a pussy.
I also have like with that contract a lot of hours put in, more so than anyone I know, to where I tell people about the hours like what the fuck, but it's funny because I've had, I always think it's hilarious. I did in 2019. I streamed every day of the year. I pulled like insane number. It was like 190 hours a month.
I remember every day your stream title was day.
Yeah. And okay, that challenge is useless except for the last month of the year. So up until you get there, no one gives a shit. And then in the last 30 days, people are like, oh, he's actually gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I want to say at no point during that challenge I think I wasn't gonna do it. It was the easiest thing I've ever done.
That's
straight up.
crazy.
One of the easiest things. The hilarious part that the year after I streamed more hours.
Wow. More hours, but you just took some days off.
Yes.
Maybe stack the wave. Maybe I will try to stack the waves and push them, and try to constantly have the push going on, so my Blitzcrank can land his hook easily.
But I streamed more hours total than the year before, and I'm just like, man. And I did like similar ones the next year, and I'm just like, I kind of just when I talk to people, they're always like, I stream to make money to do the things I love eventually in the future. And I'm just like, no, I love streaming.
Streaming's what you love.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I live to stream is what some people say. You know how you like live to eat or like eat to live?
Yeah.
It's like I live to stream a lot of times.
That is great. I mean, like that's great for you because what is like has a lot of friction for other people. Like for me, sometimes when I stream, I feel the friction of like I don't want to stream, but I know that I should.
Oh.
And so it's like I have to choose between doing like the easy and enjoyable thing or doing like the hard but productive thing. And then, but like for you,
I stream to dodge all responsibility in life.
Wow. It's like
sometimes.
the opposite for me. Like for me, streaming is the responsibility. Like I owe it to my viewers to stream today.
Really?
So, yeah.
It's much harder for me to do everything associated with being like a creator or a streamer. Like the management of like the YouTube channel, the working out with sponsorships, the working with OTV, all of that is more difficult. And so if I want to ignore responsibilities, I just stream. Because I can push it's like I have this big pile of stuff to do, and I just kind of move it over, and I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? Scar here on my stream, my fucking 8-hour stream, day number 70 of the year, you know?
Dude, you're a beast, but it makes sense because like you can't say that you can't just say you're chilling on the couch. Like you're streaming. Like I'm streaming. Like I can't handle this right now because I have to stream today. Like nothing I can do.
It's like a lot of times I feel like it's taking the easy way out. But I realize like that's the kind of person I am. I built myself a habit through pure like repetition. Yeah. And I think that like I realized that that's my strength.
Yeah.
So using that this year is the first year I also tried to do that for other things. So like I've been working out every day of the month. I have been every day of the month because I feel like if I build myself that habit, kind of like I did with streaming,